passing on to Mark Thompson.
Hello, my name is Mark Thompson. I'm 22, sponsored by New Deal. I'm a person who is particularly quiet and really integrated with people before embarking on the Prince's Trust. Ever since I have left school, I have been interested in two employment areas. Unfortunately, these have been unrealised: computers or some form of electrical work. I have been unemployed for quite a while. I live in Runcorn and learned of the Prince's Trust through New Deal. Despite having had no choice in order to pursue my interests through New Deal, I have no regret regarding my presence on the course. Prior to this course, my confidence was near to non-existent, and it became essential to improve my quality of life. I'm a person who will strive to the limits of my ability and believe in being realistic rather than overly confident. Unfortunately, to the detriment of others, I can be cynical, but also believe this is another route of showing one's opinion. I am a person who is regarded as being nervous, but in contrast pleasant, conscientious, and respectable according to others. In the past, I have had some unfavourable experiences that have dimmed my confidence, and particularly when one searches for general employment. Without success, it only serves to dampen the problem. I'm not trying to justify myself, because I have a few things to answer for, but will not divulge here. I was a highly negative person, perceiving myself with little positively. Basically, the personal qualities I required weren't being exhibited and needed to be addressed. I have a few interests, such as reading and walking. However, this is not surprising considering my less than adequate involvement with people before being on this course. Furthermore, I am always willing to help others and am approachable. I wouldn't say that my confidence has drastically improved, but some change is better than none at all, and this has been observed by our team leader. I'd like to think that it is enough to help my transition to employment and hope potential employers will recognise this from my venture on this course. Numerous members in the team have remarked on my slight changes, which is dramatic because any degree of change in me is unusual. Obviously, in order to merge into a group requires settling in, and it took me the longest to refrain from my shell, which has been commented on by Sarah. An immense change is in the fact that previously I walked to and fro to the course, even though I was entitled to travel expenses. I can't find a reason to substantiate this, but can reveal that unhappiness in my case can cause silliness. This goes to prove that this course has intervened with persistence. It changed my mind, with achievement, because I have been happier on this course than most others. I'd like to commend for awareness here Ryan, Sarah and Mike for exceptional input and have been a focal point in our team, in my personal opinion. Everyone else contributed to the team. Oops. So I got a bit of a cold. My sincere apologies. Sorry about that. Everyone else contributed to the team and acknowledged myself that getting the most of it rests with the individual, provided that the course is up to standard. Dare I say that I have reservations about the course, but you'll be glad to know that it has been an experience more worthwhile than Halton College and second only to KCC computer training, which unfortunately closed down before I could attain my certificate. Cynically speaking, I am not convinced in the way of which people have stated in a manner of encouragement and recognition in me, giving me the impression of false pretense and exaggerated confidence in me for the sake of one's own interest. Having said that, I can only surmise, and I have got a lot out of this course, not to mention increased chances of employment and those key skill areas that are desperately needed, and a admirable package through which has not only been productive but also a learning experience. Maybe I'm too wary when I said this course supposedly gives one a false sense of security. I don't know about it being the most exciting 12 weeks of my life. I would suggest asking everyone before making a sweeping assumption. For example, on the front of the leaflet should be, every volunteer that has been on the Prince's Trust agrees it has been the most exciting 12 weeks of their life. Nevertheless, I have enjoyed this course quite thoroughly throughout, apart from my placements. It is important to point out bad areas to allow for continual improvement. This already exists as the placement wasn't compulsory for later on, but I'm talking about anything else there may be. I most enjoyed the first day of the week, which amongst other things I had a spate of laughter, but maintained my seriousness. It was unprovoked and could offer no explanation. We all received our certificates at one stage, and at one stage Andy was in confidence and contemplating dropping out, but with persuasion remained. I hope that set a precedent for the future. Also, I enjoyed the mock interview week with feedback to my advantage and learned to converse with the interviewer, outlining my good rods and otherwise background. With that, I can't say there has been anything I would much rather forget. I like to keep my judgment until the end of the course, in case it turns sour. I can safely say it has been okay and fully served its purpose. I'm not trying to be funny, but conveniently, being that we are in a church, personally I believe that I have a subtle intricate problem from adolescence, which prohibits me from being aware of my surroundings slightly. I bear in mind there are worse people off than me. They also have a learning difficulty. For instance, my writing will not improve any further, characterised by less than easiness of writing. I am an agnostic, and maybe some people are born like this because of man's wrongdoing. Well, this course has helped me to cope with my little problem compared to other less fortunate people. On a lighter note, I'd like to thank Director Lever, but before I say goodbye, I would like to counter what I have said. Firstly, my cynicism has decreased, attributed to the fact that no real pressure was on me to alter what I have said. Therefore, it is proven that this course is genuine, and the success rate has never been fiddled with to make Prince Charles look good. This was a test. Some people can be manipulative, but that hasn't got necessarily anything to do with this course. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks a lot. I'd now like to introduce Sarah Hughes.